Hey guys, I just got back from watching Specter, James Bond, the Specter. This movie was interesting. I mean, you know the opening scene was pretty good. I'd watched a few reviews before watching it, so I knew somewhat of an idea of what I was getting into watching it. I guess off the bat, I give this movie somewhat of a you know. Almost, I guess I give this movie almost like a 6.5 or something like that. It was good, but it was a little bit slow for me at some points. I mean, the first opening scene, I thought it was going to be amazing, expecting it to be, because I just watched the reviews. They saying the opening scene was amazing and stuff. And it was okay, it was nothing super duper. And there was lots of shots. There's like a helicopter scene and they're doing stuff, and there's parts like outside. There are scenes where you saw the full helicopter and the actors on the outside doing stuff, and then. And when they saw other scenes where it was just like, oh my god, holy CGI Batman, holy green screen Batman, and it's just like, oh my god, it was bad, it was bad. I didn't like, but it was only for a glimpse and stuff, but it was multiple, it was that whole scene. Every time they'd go back to that shot, they'd go back to that angle, that look, you could just tell it was CGI. You could tell that it was just so bad, the way they put him in and the lighting, there was just something wrong. With the backgrounds didn't look good. It just took me out there. And then other parts where it was pretty cool, like the ending was pretty good. And there were some actors that were pretty cool. I mean, it was cool seeing the villains and stuff. But I feel like the villains weren't really the actors weren't really used as potential. Yeah, there was good acting. It was cool seeing them, and it was cool seeing the stories and stuff. But there were just parts that, like the one guy from, I forget his name there, but if you watched Sherlock on BBC, I watched it on Netflix, and he was so good in Sherlock, way better in Sherlock, and I feel like that one actor alone could have taken on James Bond, and I think he would have been cool if they had done something a little bit more like his Sherlock villain. Which would have been way more interesting and way more compelling too than this. This, I just found it to be a bit slow at some times, and there was not enough consistent action beats. Like the first one, it started like the first was like Casino Royale. It was the first or second Daniel Craig Bond movie where he chases him, then he chases him into into this construction site, and they're doing these crazy things, and it's just some random thug that he's chasing. It's no one special, and all of a sudden they're up on these skyscrapers and cranes and doing those things that were just way amazing out there. And it was great, and I missed that from these movies. And I feel like the more they try to, with these Daniel Craig Bonds, more they try to make it about attacking Bond specifically and not just doing bad things and Bond trying to stop it. I think that's where they lose me. There is they just trying to make it too emotional for them, and just instead of just do this, these terrorists trying to do this bad thing, and he's just a random, or he's just a guy to stop him. He's just there, and then they go after him afterward once they realize that he's just out in the way and stuff, instead of specifically going after Bond and trying to have these emotional connections and stuff like that, which is just, it's not what I'm looking for in a Bond movie. I just want hardcore action and good stories and stuff like that. So the story was okay, but it was nothing really. I don't know. I guess I just feel like it just wasn't my cup of tea, and it's not enough just boom, boom, boom action. What I remember from the first two Daniel Craig Bond movies and stuff. So it was cool seeing the cars, and the car was cool. It was nice to see a little bit of the tech, but not so far as spy, like the super duper James Bond spy tech stuff all the time. It was nice to see a little bit of it, but not, not unrealistic like the laser watch and stuff like that. Spy tech, but still it was kind of interesting, and I guess I'd like to see more Daniel Craig movies. Who knows if he wants to come back or not. I think I heard that he'd rather not come back, but we'll just have to wait and see. So let me know what you think, guys, if you've seen Spectre, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.